Don't take it to him.
This moment in the movies is one of the best. It comes after the first little glimmer of hope that we see for Smeagol when he saves Frodo from falling into that little bog in the marsh and says,
Don't follow the lights.
but that line and that whole entire Frodo plot of him falling into the marsh are never really in the book. What's in the book, however, is that the moment after Smeagol says that Frodo shouldn't take the Black Gate into Mordor, and a second after he says to him, don't take it to him, he actually shows his true cards in the book with one single line. And it makes Smeagol so much less sympathetic of a character. And it shows that Smeagol never really changed his ways up to that point. Now, I say this up to this point because I am reading Lord of the Rings for the first time in my life and I'm publishing my thoughts as video essays. And I just finished the chapter where Smeagol stops them at the Black Gate. So I am only up to that point right now. It's right after the marshes. And for all I know, Smeagol still could have somewhat of a redemption or a rehabilitation moment. But the movies really do stray from where he is and where his allegiance lies. And also, if you like this kind of content or you think that you'd like this, please subscribe and like the video. You can also become a member too if you want to support the channel. You can subscribe on Substack too, where I'm kind of publishing some of these video essays, or we have this in podcast format on podcast platforms. Anyway, as I was saying, when Smeagol stops Sam and Frodo from going into Mordor via the Black Gate, or Morannon, as it's said in the book, he actually tells Frodo right then and there that he should give the ring back to him. It's a legitimately wild part of the book, but also right in line with the book as well. I think everything that I've encountered in the book, and from all the things from book to movie changes, the worst change is the mischaracterization of Gimli. I think that's probably the biggest change from book to movie. But right next to it, perhaps, is the goodness of Smeagol. In the movie, he has like this slight redemption arc. He's even some people's favorite character. He's like a cute character in the movies. He's almost like a puppy dog. But he does that before he plunges back into madness after the men from Gondor kind of torture him. He actually seems almost rehabilitated when he catches those rabbits. But in the books, he is dark. Significantly darker. When he gets caught, he swears an oath by the ring to protect Frodo and show him the way through the marshes, but the night after that, he has this whole conversation with himself that Sam overhears about how he should get to Shelob's lair so that Shelob can kill them so that he can take the ring and eat as many fish as he wants. Or, as Smeagol says, fishes. So, from the get-go, you kind of know that Gollum is really evil. But it really shocked me when he really has no real redemption moment in the marshes as well. Smeagol was just kind of really a nuisance in the marshes. He wasn't really sure where he was going at times. And then whenever a Nazgul flew over, he was just incapacitated for hours. And he really wouldn't even be able to move. Frodo and Sam had to keep urging him to move. And Frodo even had to draw his sword on him in one moment. And then we get to the Black Gate. Frodo is about to go through, just like the movies has, and then Smeagol stops him. It's miraculous, and it's beautiful. But then he says this. This is the entire paragraph from the book. "No, no, master," wailed Gollum, pawing at him, and seeming in great distress. "No use that way, no use. Don't take the precious to him. He'll eat us all, if he gets it. Eat all the world. Keep it, nice master. And be kind to Smeagol. Don't let him have it." And then this is where it gets wild. "Or go away. Go to nice places and give it back to little Smeagol." "Yes, master, give it back, eh? Smeagol will keep it safe. He will do lots of good, especially to nice hobbits. Hobbits go home. Don't go to the gate." Now, it's wild to me that directly after he saves Frodo, he shows that his motivation for saving him isn't at all because he's rehabilitated, and he's not really looking out for Frodo like the movie suggests. It's actually because he wants his plan to work so that he can bring Frodo to Shelob's lair and then take the ring when Frodo is dead. It is such a stark character contrast from book to movie. And one of the few things that I actually do is I actually prefer the movies. It's wild, but who doesn't love a good redemption story? even if it fully really doesn't last. In the book, Smeagol just seems awful from the start. And I don't know if I want to live with a character like Smeagol who's awful from the start the entire time. Now, there were rumors about him eating children in the books. He stalked the company for miles and miles through Middle-earth. And he now is tamed by Frodo, and he's battling two voices in his head. One that says that they should listen to Frodo, and the other that says they should wring his neck. And from the beginning, the voice of Gollum is winning. There's actually not even a competition in the book. And Tolkien frames this moment not as one of moral clarity or like redemption, but as an act of manipulation from a creature still deeply corrupted by the ring. And I find this so much more compelling than the movie, though. Even though I kind of prefer the movie, and I kind of like that the movie is going in a different direction with his like potential redemption, the book is so much better. Because this person is lost, fully lost. There is already no coming back from the evil things that Gollum has done. There is perhaps a chance that he might be saved, but not really. And any chance that he'll really be fully healed is kind of off the cards. His little appeal that he'll keep the ring safe and do lots of good with it reveals that Gollum's fake concern for Frodo is a veil over his true desire to regain the ring. Even his use of third-person phrasing, little Smeagol, and his infantile persuasion echoes the speech of an addict pleading for another fix. He does not want the ring destroyed or hidden for the good of others. He wants it back for himself, and he is willing to say anything to get it. It's crazy because really the evil side of Smeagol is in the driver's seat. And I feel weird for saying this, but I feel pity for Smeagol, and at the same time I don't. Which is, I think, what you're kind of supposed to feel as you read this. And all this to say that I just found it shocking that right after he saves Frodo from the Black Gate, he is like, well, you could also give the ring back to me and go retire back in the Shire. Everything will be good. I'll just eat lots of fish. He is really addicted to the ring. And he has this constant battle with himself for good and evil wins 99.9% of the time. I'm curious as I keep reading if the good will ever actually win for Smeagol, and I don't really think it will. I doubt it, but you never know. But this passage in the Two Towers just illustrates Tolkien's Gollum as a character who, even at his most pitiful, cannot escape the ring's influence. The shift in the film adaptation toward a more sympathetic and maybe a morally complex Smeagol, it reflects like more of a modern desire for redemption narratives that I don't think is necessarily in the book. But it also departs from something better, which is the darker moral realism of Tolkien's original vision. In the book, Gollum does not plead with Frodo to save him from evil. He pleads to save the ring for himself. And that perhaps is the greatest tragedy of all. Anyway, make sure you like the video, subscribe, become a member, and I will see you in the next one.